Catus Maximus here with some the half-inch drive icon extension impact extension set. Surprising enough, it was 18 bucks. Not as good a deal as the Pittsburgh Pro, which you get 4 sizes for $10. Still pretty cheap. Just a real odd set. Why do I buy it? I didn't really need these at all, but I do review tools on this channel. It's an odd set because they include a swivel with the extension set, which is really not necessary. Why don't they just charge 16 bucks for it or something, 15 bucks, and not include the swivel? Because usually when you're looking for extensions, that's a different category of tools rather than the swivel socket, which you may already have, which is, in fact, they have a little 2-pack of swivels right next to these. So it seems a little strange that they're kind of, when you want some, if you may want some icon impact extensions, you have to buy us another swivel. And the sizing is a little weird. What we've got here is we've got a 4-inch, we've got a 5-inch, and then we have an 11-inch, which is a little bit odd. Like the Icon Chrome super long extensions are actually just a more premium grade of a 3-piece super long Pittsburgh extension set. But these are different. These are different sizing than the 4 sizes you get with the Pittsburgh Pro set. And really, you know, when you want an extension set, something more optimal might be a 3-inch, a 6-inch, and a 12-inch. How about something like that? The real issue is having 2 extensions in the same set that are so close together. Seems a little bit odd, but as I see them on the table, it doesn't appear to be the 4, 5, and 11. The short one seems just a little bit extra short. What's going on with that? It is. Come on, camera, cooperate. I'm looking at 3.5 inches total length. That's way under 4, to tell you the truth. When you say 4 inches and it's 3.5 inches, you know, somebody mismarked that. This one is indeed 5 inches. And how about the long one? The long one is actually, it's about 11 and a quarter, oh, not a quarter, it's about 11 and 3/16 inches. It makes the set at least a little bit more useful, but you know, they probably should have put on the box that you're getting a 3.5, a 5, and 11 instead of a 4. Don't know who did the measurements there. But nonetheless, I may like to see maybe a 2.5, a 5, and then a 10. Just something where it's 3 real distinct sizes. If you're going to buy a 3-piece impact extension set, that's really what you want. Because once again, extensions that are close in lengths, there's not going to be many situations that this extension wouldn't do what this one does, or what this one wouldn't do what this one does. But there'll be more situations when they're real slow, or when there's more of a difference. But maybe that's part of some of their weird logic with the swivels. If you include the swivel, then you have like 3 nice increments and then a long one. So about the best thing I can think of. It just seems weird to include a swivel. As far as extensions, they're well oiled, so they don't rust on the boat on the way over. They are Taiwanese made. I've looked at the stampings for the detents, and they're pretty even. They do this little taper down thing, trying to be like Snap-on. At least the roll stamping is a little bit more consistent on these, and really for, you know, 18 bucks or something, it's not a bad price. As far as the strength of the detent, I'd say it's acceptable. It's pretty good. It's not super duper strong, but it's definitely not on the weak side. So I'd say it's acceptable for impact sockets. I ought to hold them on. Although I wish manufacturers get a little more into fully through drilling and then putting in 2 detents. You can have double detents with a softer spring and still have more socket retention. It's just something manufacturers don't like doing. It's really rare, even on 3/4 inch or 1 inch, to really see manufacturers putting in dual-sided ball detents. As far as the swivel works just fine. It's a standard pin drive with a ring retention for the pin, so it's just a constant velocity joint. That's what makes these different from the chrome type universal joints. They don't bind up. They can turn just continuously. Pin drives can wear out and more quickly, and maybe not take quite as much torque as a more modern like hex drive version, but they certainly do operate quite smoothly, especially when they get broken in. They are very, very smooth. Some other brands like Mac and even old Craftsman USA's, instead of having the ring to hold the pin in, they would just actually smush the metal over on each side, kind of like a ball detent, to keep the pin retained. And that's probably their biggest Achilles heel, is that they tend to just have a very large diameter body. So if you're working in tighter spaces or smaller sockets, they can interfere. But they certainly do work very well. Anyway, for an $18 set, it's actually surprisingly well-priced set of Icon extensions here. The detent on that's actually pretty good. I just complain about the odd choice of a swivel socket with the extension set, and once again the odd choice of sizing. But you know, their claim to fame is these should be obviously stronger than Pittsburgh Pro, so over time we'll see how they hold up. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. Until next time, Catus Maximus out.